Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 92. Those of you who are new, my name is Lori. I live in the Chicagoland suburbs with my husband Ryan and our one cat, Daisy. That felt weird to say. Our other cat we just had to put down a couple months ago, so still getting used to that. But you're not here for cat content, you're here for crochet, which I love to do. And I love to knit, and I love to sew, although that doesn't happen as often as I would like. Welcome. I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so hello, I'm glad you found me. And returning viewers, hello again, I'm glad you came back. So, yeah, here we are. I'm back. I was thinking, last weekend I probably could have recorded a podcast on Sunday afternoon. We didn't have much going on, but I had a major migraine, so took medicine and I went to sleep. And I woke up feeling much better, so that's good. So a lot of us happened in the last 3 weeks. We went to a White Sox game. They won. We were so excited. Chicago White Sox baseball team, for those of you who may not know. What else? Last weekend, Ryan and I went on a retreat. It was for pastor and spouses, for those, for the churches on our district. So my husband is a pastor. I am his spouse. Got to go with him. We went to Shipshewana, Indiana. I've never been there. I've heard about it. I've heard about the shopping that's there, all of that. I looked for a yarn shop. There were none. There's lots of quilting stuff, though. There was lots of fabric. And Ryan kept steering me away from those shops. So, it's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. But there, it's an Amish community right there. And, Ryan had never really been around horse and buggies. I mean, they were going up and down the street the whole time we were there. He's just like, what is going on? Anyway, it was cool. And I got a lot of jams. We got some breads. Of course, those won't last forever. So we're trying to eat those really quick. He got this apple bread, but it tastes more like a cinnamon roll, which I'm not mad at. I still like it. I got a chocolate bread, of course, because chocolate is life. And it's my life, obviously. So that was a great weekend of just being. There was a schedule for things, we had a couple sessions with an evangelist kind of thing, but at the same time it was we could just relax. And at the time, I'm still kind of dealing with it, but last weekend I definitely had a sinus infection or something similar to it. So I had all the sinus stuff, pain and pressure. I was just miserable. So it was nice to just, okay, let's go shopping and then let's go take a nap. And then on the way back, we stopped in another small town where our friends live. They were two of our bestest friends. We met them in 2006. They moved away in 2009. So, in 3 years, we got really close. So when they moved away, it was heartbreaking for me. And then we've been in touch. Facebook helps. And they moved to Kentucky and they moved to South Carolina, and then they're now in Indiana. So we were able to stop by and see them and get to hang out with them for a while. So that was a lot of fun. Just reconnecting with old friends, and very thankful for that. Then this week we had our new VP at work start. So got to meet him and get to hear lots of his story. We had for our whole building, we had a refreshment time in one morning. And it was supposed to be from 9:45 to 10:15. We didn't leave till 11:06. I was like, because he just kept talking and just kept talking. I was, whoa. Alrighty then. And then on Thursday, that was Wednesday that we had that meet and greet kind of time. And then on Thursday, we had a team lunch because he is now part of my team at work. And it ended up, so we had lunch for about an hour where we kind of chatted and stuff. And then my boss, it's kind of like, he's my boss, but then I'm also under this guy too, so it's just, we're still trying to learn the details of how this flow is going to go. Anyway, he was like, let's do an icebreaker thing. How did you meet your significant other? So we all had to tell our stories. Some people can be very long-winded in how they... And my story is not a simple one either. So, but anyway, that was an hour and 15 minutes maybe. And then somehow I ended up it was just one-on-one with the new VP, Brian. I'll just tell you his first name. And we ended up chatting until like 1:50. Like we were just standing in that room where we ate lunch and just chatted about all kinds of things. It's like, okay, I really need to get to work. That's kind of one of the things I like about my job. Like, you can have like deep one-on-ones with people and it's not really looked down upon. I mean, as long as you get your work done, it's okay. But so that's fun and exciting that we have a new VP and he's really cool. I like him. So he's gonna be like major donor, sustainability kind of things, because I work for a nonprofit. It's actually just down the street. It's a school for special needs children and a day program for adults with special needs. So we get funding from the state, but yet we rely a lot on donors buying stuff for us and like equipment that the students might need and all that. So yeah, we'll see how this works out. Yeah. And then yesterday was a long day, and it always is when it comes to Quiz Fest. So my husband and I, we help out with teen Bible quizzing. It's a very big passion of his. He was a Bible quizzer. I did it for about 2 months and didn't like it, so anyway. I like being an official though, where I can see the answers. But yesterday was a big tournament down in Bourbonnais, which is about an hour, not quite an hour south of us. So we had to leave pretty early in the morning to get there and help with registration and all of that. And then we officiated all day, so I'm just sitting there staring at a piece of paper all day. But in between rounds, like when the teams would change, I had my crochet. I crocheted. It was great. And then, so we didn't get home. We were gone for 13 hours. So yeah. So I'm tired. Last night I slept great, but I want my Sunday afternoon nap. So when I'm done with this, that's what I'm gonna do. So shall we get on with the yarny goodness? I think we shall. I have one finished object. I've been dying to show her to you because she's so cute. So I crocheted Tiana. I don't have the book up here. Oh wait, yeah I do. Hold on, just a second. So I'm doing this without notes, so this will be an interesting podcast. So for my birthday, the church gave me this book. It is the crochet patterns for all the Disney princesses. And I just finished Tiana. You want to see her? I think you should. So here she is. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. I just thought, oh, her head's a little floppy. So she has her nice cute green shoes, her nice cute fluffy dress. They had me do 7 petals, but they wouldn't all fit. If I, like the 7th one would be jammed in there anyway. And then of course she's got her nice little curls here, her little bun. I've definitely had to make some adjustments to the hair. The way that this hair is done, I'm not a big fan of this. But, anyway, it still looks cute. I especially like the front of it much better than the back. But anyway, so when I first did it, the way they have you do it, I just had one little swoop here. So it looked like her bangs are like way up here. I was like, that looks horrible. So then I just crocheted 2 more pieces and then glued them on. So all of this hair is glued on. It's not stitched on at all. So when I'm working on her, like putting it on, she has pins all in her head. And the other day, we had people from church over, and they were looking at Rapunzel, and all of a sudden the young lady, she was like, there's a pin in her hair. It's like, oh, I totally forgot. I missed one. Anyway, so yeah, Tiana is done, and she's so cute, and I can't wait to take her on my cruise. So yeah, I'm going on a Disney cruise in less than 4 weeks. So I did find out that my room has a Princess and the Frog theme, so hence Tiana. And there is it's a lounge. It's like they have alcoholic drinks there, which I don't drink alcohol, but they do have like coffee and stuff there as well that you can order. And then it's called the Bayou, so it's Princess and the Frog themed, and they're gonna have beignets, and I'm so excited. So I will take her with me and get her pictures in the room and in the bayou, and then I have Rapunzel to take with me too, and I'll get pictures of her around the ship. She's actually the character on the back of the ship, so I'm so excited. Anyway, so Tiana is ready to go with me. Makes in progress. Should we do knitting or crochet first? Let's do crochet because it's right here. So yesterday I had this project with me, and I just kept, I was at a part where I could just go round and round and round and round and not really pay attention. Just need to make sure that I get, whoa, it's really windy outside. I just need to make sure I get the right length. Yeah, so here, let me just tell you what it is. First of all, it is living in my Disney Cruise Castaway Key bag. I love this bag because it's perfect for sweaters quantity worth of yarn. So yes, it is a sweater. It is the Blurred Lines sweater by Addie Day Designs. I started this in July. I was doing it as a part of the Cozy Summer Make-Along that was run by Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast. That Make-Along ended at the end of September. I did not finish in time. It's okay, it's okay. I still had fun. The yarn that I'm using, Yarn V Soft and Sleep DK in the colorway Magenta. This I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby a long time ago because they were discontinuing this color. But why would you want to discontinue this color? It's amazing. I love this hot pink. So, here is my sweater so far. Ta-da! Okay, so there's the top. There's where I was last time, right here. Whoop, right here. And so I did all of this. And so what you're supposed to do is measure from, this is the underarm, and it needs to go to 14 inches. So when I was getting ready to leave yesterday from the quiz tournament, I measured it and I was 12.5 inches. So I was like, I have 1.5 inches left to go. But last night when I got home and I was getting ready for bed, I was like, let's just try this on. Let's see how much further I really need to go for how I want it to fit me. Because not all measurements fit everybody. So I tried it on. I think I'm done with the body. So I'm going to try it on again just to make sure, like, I'm good with the length. Then I have to do ribbing. And the ribbing is about 1.5 inches, I think. So I think we're good. So I think I may be starting on the ribbing now. And then it's on to the sleeves. It's on to Sleeve Island. And then it'll be done. I'll have to look it up. I wrote down how many days it took me to do the first Blurred Lines cardigan the first Blurred Lines sweater that I did. I think I started in January. Yeah, this January of 2020 is when I started my other sweater. Why do I always want to call it a cardigan? I don't know. I started in January of 2020. And then when we went into lockdown, quarantine, shelter in place, whatever your part of the world called it, I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of time to work on this and get it done. And then stuff, like I read the pattern wrong or something, and I was just like, it went into timeout for a couple months probably. So yeah, I didn't get it done till October or November of 2020. I mean, I got it done in less than a year, so that's good. But July to October, better than what it was last time. So I'm very excited about that. I want this done. I want to wear it because I love this color and I can't wait. Oh, and yesterday, usually when I am at a tournament and I'm crocheting or knitting, whatever I'm doing, people always stop and ask me, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you making? What are you making? And so I'm always, and of course, sometimes as an introvert, it's like, I don't want to answer these questions. Like, just stop asking me. And then yesterday, nobody asked me. Except one lady. She was just like, oh, what is that? And so I pulled it up and showed it to her. She's like, I honestly thought you were working on an infinity scarf because I had it kind of like wadded up in my lap. She's like, oh, I thought you were going to say an infinity scarf. I didn't expect a sweater. It's like, yeah, that's what I have. Excuse me. And then she was like, I love the color though. That'll look really good on you. I was like, thank you. Thanks. I think so too. So, that is making progress number 1. Making progress number 2 is knitting. It is my socks. They are living in my Rapunzel bag that I sewed myself. And oh, my coworker, she was asking me all kinds of questions. Like, she wants to be a knitter or a crocheter, but she just, like, her grandma even told her, like, you can't do this. Like, this is not something that, because I mean, it's not for everybody, honestly. Like, some people's brains just don't work that way, and that's fine. My brain doesn't work for other things, so that's okay. But anyway, so I took this in and I was like, she's like, did you make the bag too? And I was like, yes, I did. She's like, oh, of course you did. So, but on this, I have my Rapunzel pin because she's my favorite. I love Tiana too, but Rapunzel's my favorite. And then I have Sock Maker Extraordinaire because it's holding knitted socks. Yes. So, the yarns that I'm using, this is my contrast color for heels, toes, and cuffs. It is Lang Ja Wool. I no longer have the ball band for this. So I don't know the makeup of it. I think it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And my colorway, lavender, because lavender is just a pretty color. And then this is the main color. It is Treasure Goddess yarn on her Treasure Toad base, which is, I think, 75-25. And the colorway is called Royalty, because royalty usually wear purple. Because purple is amazing. So, here are my socks. I'm kind of I'm almost done with a round. So my needles are kind of in the middle here. But here are my socks so far. So let's flip it around. So here's where I was last time. So I've done a lot of work on these. I had these at the retreat that we were at last week, and so I was like about here. And everybody was just like, what are you making? What are you making? I'm like, oh, are these for your kids? And I'm like, well, I don't have kids, but these will actually fit me. My feet are that small. Anyway, so I always do my socks 2 at a time. I do toe up. What was I gonna say? Oh, I follow the Toe Up pattern by Wendy Pronger Geckner, who is a friend of mine, so go support her. I will have the pattern link down below. But yeah, so I like to do mine 2 at a time, just so when I bind off, I'm done. I don't get second sock syndrome. The heel that I plan on doing is the Shadow Wrap heel. Denise from Earth Tones Girl has a great tutorial on it. I will link that down below as well. What else? So yeah, so I usually start with 20 stitches just because I don't like my toe to be too pointy. I think in the pattern, Wendy has you start with 12 and then increase. Yeah, I start with 20 and I go to 30 on each needle, so it's 60 stitches around is the total for my foot. So yeah, and then we'll just see how long, because here are the 2 skeins that I have. It's the 1 skein that I split into 2, so we'll just see how much I can get out of this. Yes, the one strand is pretty wavy because it used to be in a project, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna undo it and make socks because I really want these. I really like that color, so I want it to be socks. So that's about it. I still haven't started my dad's blanket cozy kind of. I don't even know what to call this thing because he just wants something to go over the back of his recliner that has a pocket that he can put his speakers in. I still need to get the measurements that he wants for it all so I can get started on that. So these last 3 weeks I've just been I finished Tiana like that, and then I've just been concentrating on my sweater and my socks, trying to get those done. So hopefully I'll find out soon what size this thing needs to be. Yeah. So next month, I was looking at the dates earlier, so I was like, oh, I'll record a podcast on this date, and then 2 weeks from that is my cruise. So it's almost here. I can't believe it. We had online check-in the other day, so I was up till midnight because it opens at midnight Eastern time, but since I'm Central, I got to check in at 11. So I started doing all that, got that done in about 30 minutes, and then got on Facebook, and there's a Facebook group for our cruise, and that people that will be on that cruise with us. And they're like, oh, I finished this, and they're letting everybody know what time they got for their boarding and all that. And so then I'm talking with people and chatting and commenting and all that stuff, and it's like midnight. It's like, oh, I need to go to bed. So that was fun, and now it's almost here. And I've been debating if I was gonna say anything, but I'm so excited, so I'm gonna say something. My mom and I are flying down the Wednesday night, like late Wednesday night. We'll be getting early Thursday morning, like at 1:30 is when we'll be flying into Orlando. We don't set sail till Friday the 18th, so Thursday we'll sleep, catch up on our sleep, and then we'll have a day. We have a whole day in Orlando. So I was like, what do we want to do? And then I thought, there's some podcasters, crochet podcasters that I love that live near there. So I messaged, and we're gonna do a meetup. I'm so excited. It's like I get to meet Hannah from the Cozy Cottage, and I get to meet Kalisha from the Quirky Monday Craftcast, and I can't wait. So I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So I need to email them again and be like, nah. I'm fangirling over here. I get to meet you too. So yeah, super excited about that. So I gotta make sure I have projects ready to go, right? Which I already know what I'm taking. I just gotta get them ready. And I will show them to you in the next podcast. So hopefully I will see you in 2 weeks. So take care. God bless.